Welcome to night 4, the Australian Open 2022 here at Rod Laver Arena. As the roof icons, we should warn people on the eastern side just to pop some sunscreen on for the last little bit. As you are bathed in the summer, in the temperature drop. Great to have you.
Well, good evening and welcome to day 4 of the 2022 Australian Open. And it's a second round matchup that we were all hoping for when the draw came out. The second best player on the planet, Daniil Medvedev, the runner-up here last year. He's a US Open champion and he's taken on Nick Kyrgios. Medvedev, Kyrgios. Fingers crossed that it's a blockbuster. Evgeny Kafelnikov, one of the Russians who has won here before, Marat Safin back in 2005, and this guy would love nothing more than to emulate those achievements. The big question is, what does this guy have in store for us this evening?
This is men's singles second round action from Rod Laver Arena. Please welcome from Russia, Daniil Medvedev.
Well, since 12 months ago, he has torn up the tour. A major winner.
And his opponent from Australia, Nick Kyrgios.
Of course, those boos aren't jest. That was something that was unfolding on the Cain Arena in the previous match, whereby his fans are making jokes and he was responding accordingly. Both myself and John Fitzgerald were on that match. Good evening, Fitzy. Let's hope that this one ends up being everything it's been talked about.
Thank you, Robbie. Great to be with you, as always. It is with you. And yeah, it's an exciting night. This man is, and this man too, two of the most exciting players in the world. Medvedev has got there through amazing results over the last several years, and particularly the last 12 months. And of course, Nick Kyrgios is an excitement machine. So it's all set, the stage. It is impossible to know what's going to happen.
It certainly is, especially with this guy. I think it's a given what Medvedev is going to give us. He is the essence of patience, mental fortitude for the most part.
Tossing the coin today, please make welcome ANZ Tennis hotshot player James Crook from the St Mary's Tennis Club in Greensborough.
Okay, everything is the same since the first round. You guys have any questions? No? Nick, you take the blue box, then you take the red one. Okay, they are in the corners over there. We want to ask...
Are you sure? He's better than me.
NZ or Margaret?
I'll take ANZ, please.
Okay. Yes, now you do it.
There you go.
Okay. Is Margaret. You want? Receive. And now can you face there for the picture with him?
I'll take...
Face it there, yeah.
Next all jovial, Daniil has noticeably got his game face on there, Fitzy.
Not falling for that is Daniil. He's ready to go, isn't he?
Yeah, that was noticeable.
Yeah, game face.
And understandably so, because this guy has had his measure in the last two occasions that they've played, the only two occasions that they've played. But this guy's a different player. What a season he had last year, winning his first major 12 months ago right here. I thought he was going to give Novak Djokovic a real run for his money in the finals, but was blown away by the world #1. Came out hot, winning the ATP Cup with Team Russia. And he continued that rich vein of form, Fitzy, playing so well at the Masters 1000 events, won early in Marseille, ended up being the champion in Canada, beating Riley Opelka there for that Masters 1000 crown, and cemented his spot as the #2 player in the world.
Well, he turned the tables, didn't he, at the US Open? He finally broke through. He'd been in the final there before, the final here, as you say, and he finally won at the US Open and established himself as a Grand Slam champion.
3 minutes.
That says it all for me.
Yeah, he was the party spoiler, wasn't he, for Novak? Stopped him from winning the Grand Slam in the true sense of the word. Or many thought that Nick Kyrgios would win a Grand Slam, but it hasn't been the case. And he's hardly played in the last 2 years with COVID. He's been quite happy to stay at home. He's a real homebody, is Nick. But when he is engaged, I'll tell you what, he can be box office. He possesses one of the greatest serves the sport has ever seen. It's one of the reasons he's been able to mix it with the very best on the planet. And I guess the big question for us is how will he hold up in the physical battle against Medvedev? Because, you know, that's a given.
I think he has to win the first set. he doesn't win the first set, he's in trouble. I think, Nick, we're all guessing. We don't know for sure, but it seems logical that if you don't have miles in your legs and you don't have the matches leading in, as Medvedev does, you could easily get gassed in a match like this, because Medvedev is strong and fit. He can last all day. Quick athlete for someone who's 6'6". You know what I find interesting here is the prospect that Kyrgios may underarm serve him. I mean, Medvedev stands so far back to return serve. I feel sure that Kyrgios will use it at some stage. He might use it a lot right at the beginning of this match, just to try and throw Medvedev's rhythm. We'll see.
Quick look at the head-to-head, Fitz. It tells us that Kyrgios has beaten him on both occasions they've played, both in 2019, one on clay in Rome, the other in Washington, the finals there. How much is that going to play on Medvedev's mind?
Well, I think that really gets his attention. But you can see Nick already playing the crowd, and he needs the crowd to help him here. Yeah. Australian crowds are very, supportive of their home players. I think it won't be anywhere near as much here, I don't think, as the other court, the John Cain Arena, because that's the public court. The people that have ground passes go in there and they follow Kyrgios. They get into that court and they're incredibly loud and create an atmosphere. And he plays it to perfection. Here, these are sold seats at Rod Laver Arena. I think it'll be a slightly different prospect here. I'm sure there'll still be support for Kyrgios, but not to the same extent. And Medvedev loves adversity.
Doesn't he just? We saw him take on the New York crowd, and they're a pretty rowdy bunch, aren't they?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Took them on in full force. And towards the end of the tournament, they actually appreciated him for it, even though he lost to Nadal in that final. Came back from 2 sets to love down to make a fist of it.
Kyrgios is incredibly dangerous, Robbie, as we know, because of his serve. It is one of the great serves. You've already alluded to that. If he gets the first set, things become tight, because he is hard to break, extremely so. And if he gets into the same rhythm we saw the other night, it can be really nerve-wracking, I'm sure, trying to play against him. The problem he's going to have for me is that he won't be aerobically fit enough to stay with Medvedev if the points are long.
Yep.
It's hard to believe he can be aerobically strong enough to do that.
Yeah, I am so with you on that one, Fitzy. That's the Kyrgios box. Some of his mates that have come in. There's his girlfriend, Costine Hatzi, who he's given a lot of credit for during the last couple of months. But these are two heavyweights of the sport. One, an unconventional maximizer. The other, the ultimate disruptor. Medvedev, he's ruthless, he's patient, he's a winning machine. Kyrgios, well, he's engaging, volatile, a slayer of seeds. And I can just hear the lyrics from Guns N' Roses in my head, Fitzy. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
Ready?
Nick Kyrgios to get the party started.